All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about ions formed by one element. And given the name or formula of an ion listed in the figure I'm going to show, write the other. And so here's the figure. Okay, so these are the ions that we should be familiar with. And an ion is just a charged particle formed when an atom gains or loses an electron. And that's something we've already seen. And a cation is an ion with a positive charge. And an anion is an ion with a negative charge. Okay, so again, a cation is an ion with a positive charge. An anion is an ion with a negative charge. And so a monotonic ion, this is something we've already seen before, is an ion formed by a single atom. So this is just kind of a review of things that we've already talked about, really. Okay, so how do we write the formulas of a monotonic ion? Well, it's the element symbol followed by a superscript, size of the charge, and sign of the charge, okay? So if the sign of the charge is 1, the 1 is omitted. So we're going to do an example of that in a second. So this is the charge of main group elements corresponding to their group number. So let's use an example here. So if we had a sodium ion, okay, this is going to be just a plus because the 1 is omitted because its charge is just a +1. Again, if you just look at the groups here in the periodic table, if we had something like a magnesium ion, this is going to be written as 2+, okay, where the charge is written as a superscript that has the charge and the sign of the charge. Okay, the size of the charge and the sign of the charge. So it's 2 is the size, the sign is positive. Okay, so naming a monotonic cation is the name of the element followed by the word ion. Okay, so this is just, like I said, sodium ion. Okay, that's it. Pretty simple. Okay, you just write the name of the element followed by the word ion. Really, really easy. Simple stuff. Okay. Name for then an anion, then something with a negative charge. So this would be, let's say, oxygen. Okay, would have a 2- here. Okay. This would be oxide. Okay, where it gets an IDE ending follow afterwards. Okay, same idea here. If I had a sulfur, okay, this is going to be sulfide. Okay, it gets that IDE ending for anions. And remember, anions are things with a negative charge. Let me just write this a little bit better. Let's put that oxide right there. Okay. So again, for cations, which are positive charge guys, you just write the name of the element followed by the word ion. For anions, you write it with an IDE ending. Okay. All right. And their formulas are the element symbol with a superscript, which lists the size of the charge and the sign of the charge, either positive or negative. And if the charge is just a 1, the 1 is omitted. Okay. So let's do some examples. I think we already just did these examples and I didn't even realize it. Okay. Whoops. So write the formula of a sodium ion. We already did these examples. I got ahead of myself. This is going to be Na+. What is the name and formula of the ion formed from a sulfur atom? Okay, this is going to be S2- sulfide. Okay, so I got ahead of myself, maybe realizing what was coming in my notes, all right? But this is, again, how we could write the formula and names of these atoms, these monotonic ions. And that's it for this week's videos on Chapter 6, but that isn't it for Chapter 6. So next week, I'm going to be posting some more videos that talk about chemical nomenclature. So make sure to do the homework problems when they come out, which will be next week after your exam. And ask me if you have any questions. Feel free to reach out to me. So I'll see you then.